A child cries, "Margarita vino." Her papa answers, "Si, ya llegó." Behind that second story storefront window hid a girl. Inside her, she hid a child. Leaves sprung, greened, yellowed again, and scattered. That blue curtain never moved. Pan Dulce's fresh smells rose, but the small nose within, her womb would never smell. Her papa hung dish network on the wall above a caniceria, meat she spurned, lest it give flesh to the body growing without a brain. Say, in hopes of everlasting peace, scripted on a marble and square just beyond that still apartment, sometimes peace is such a hard mercy.
You stared at the Titan laundromat, looking at the washers and dryers, rolling and jumbling clothing, echoes of the bowling alley that used to live there, with balls and pins surrounded and shrouded with marble smoke. There were 6 left in the square in the Second War on Flag Day, and they talked of their brothers gone, remembering when they played cowboys and Indians in this square, and the bullets and the blood weren't real. Everybody lived again. 813 houses the cross and the spirits, but there's no one to open the door for you this day, Sunday. The portable toilet by the curb stands vigilant, alone, waiting for a beer-filled bladder to approach from park bench. And because the taverns all left and took their bare bosoms, beer, and bathrooms with them.
Out in Texas, the square sports a small memorial gravestone in honor of those who gave their life for their country in hopes of everlasting peace. Where is the Confederate soldier? No granite courthouse abuts the park, though there is diagonal parking. You wander through the Tiatan General Store, and when you leave, no one says, "Y'all have a nice day."
Sturdy footings now replace rotting timbers here and there, for sale, for rent, quiet some dreams of rush and bustle. But a new engine rolls into town, its tracks invisible, no grade too steep, Tiatan. Its pulse is steady, though the body ages. Do you know her? ¿Cómo está? Take her temperature and let her take yours. Let her add sturdy footings to your dreams. Let the ministry of her people marry your many parts. Stay, be.
Titan Town Square. The first tree at the corner is flowering with yellow leaves. The maple next to it has lost all its foliage. The third tree is still greeny orange, but the next one is bare. Yet the one beyond that is vibrantly orange at the number of windfall at its foot. Do the trees alternate on purpose? Do we need to see that black scrap of garbage bag high on one bare branch? A car engine starts across the square. Its sound rises, rolls to the corner, and fades away. A songbird in an evergreen calls to me, telling me that that tree is hers, and that I am a visitor. Or suppose she is greeting me, welcoming me home. I walk to the flagpole and look up at the limp flag. I wonder who raised it, who lowers it at night, who tends the clutch of flowers at its base by the war memorial. A lowrider blaring Hispanic music comes and goes. Then a boy on a bicycle pedals by in the middle of the road, looking at me over his shoulder. Another bird is singing, a phantom in the reddest leaves. Is it really there? In the distance, beyond the post office, the panaderia, and the laundromat, a mountain rises out of fog fingers. and beyond the mountain there are more mountains, and more. Who is to say I live here or do not? Who is to say I am an outsider or I am not? On the other side of the square, all the trees are yellow still.
Walk past the soda fountain and lean outside the cinder block general store with discount prices on food, furniture, toys. It's closed on Sundays, after church, no reason to come to Tieton, none that you know, and not certain you belong. Or ask the man in his new blue denim shirt who strides briskly down the street, boots hitting the quiet. In the middle of the town, a green, studded with stone benches, a ring of fancy plants and flowers, and stuck with one spring green portable toilet, as though the town can't decide whether it's here to stay or dying. Say you wanted to live here always, and when you wake up, all the doors are closed and the people moved on to Natchez or Bleed. Step around that SUV with the sticker that says the driver's from another town. Only the cafe still opens in the morning, and you can get breakfast even if you can't smoke. Beyond the row of shops on the north, windows dark in this October light, you can make out the mountain. Light creaks through the slats in the barn, and then the light flows, a river that could be summer coming through the board walls, glancing off the dust and the hay until it is too much. Like the barns you saw from the road, now more light than wood, more weather than shelter. A story told in nails and gravity, sky and shadows, all the horses, the cattle gone, a dangerous leaning, the roof half sinking to earth. You want to tell that story. How the barn was raised even before the house, just like your grandfather's barn on Sunset Road, built 3 years before he was born, by the house where he died. The work put into saving that barn, tension wires and red paint, all to keep just enough light out and let just enough of the morning in. He was gone quickly and left only the walls of his life, the stories, a house, and a barn. Inside a gallery, you sit under this barn suspended by cables, door bigger than a man now crafted in miniature, narrow wood slats, space to let in light and throw it in a lace along the floor. You feel the light and shadow on your shoulders, close your eyes and hear his voice, the measured thud of his boots as he walked to the window to look out toward Natchez, hear his voice as he told you cowboy poems from memory. Outside the gallery, the year is dying. Grasses and corn stalks pale to the color of worry in the middle of the night, when the moon means clarity and maybe a killing frost. You sit in these shadows, strips of light, feel then and now the chill and warmth, the truth of stories and silence.
They aren't red barns, they're brown, small and wood latticed, suspended from the ceiling with silver rods in a large open cavern that once housed fruit, sturdy boxes, migrant laborers. These barns are flawless, floorless, so the animals would fall from the sky to the concrete below, the small cattle, horses, maybe a goat or two. Lucky, the trusty border collie would bark as cows drift through space, as maybe he's simply barking as he smacks the lifeless floor.